All right, now let's keep it moving along. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is pretty exciting here, this story. New organization reveals plan to mass sue police on behalf of victims. That's right. That is right. So this new organization, I love the name by the way, isuepolice.com. And full disclosure, I do not have any financial associations with this business, nothing like that. I believe this initiative has merit. That's why we're talking about it. So what does this organization do? All right, so essentially representing victims specifically of police violence and misconduct and offering a no-win, no-fee scenario. That's right. So not putting victims out of pocket. All right, so this is the website right here. Reclaim Your Rights, isuepolice.com. And I've got an interview with the founder, by the way, which I'll play for you in just a second. It says here, have the police mistreated you? Don't cop it. Okay, I like that. I think that's a pretty cool slogan right here. Message from our founder. I'll just read you a little snippet. At isuepolice.com, we assist and support victims of police abuse, brutality, and other misconduct. Seek justice and compensation from the police. Whether you were strip searched, and unfortunately I know people have been unlawfully strip searched during this corona situation, which is disgusting. Assaulted, abused, harassed, or arrested unlawfully, we are here to help you. To book a free, no obligation appointment with one of our experts, call or text us today. All right, so I'm just going to put the website in the comments and I'll send you these details. Just jump on to MCJ Report, mcjreport.com/join, and I'll send you an email tomorrow with all the details. Now, what I have here is an interview with the founder, so you can meet him. That's right, Luke Moore, the founder from isuepolice.com. The interview goes for around 5 minutes, and you can see what Luke has to say. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are joined here by Luke Moore. Luke, welcome to MCJ Report. Now, let me start off by asking you, what was the inspiration for starting isuepolice.com?
Well, thanks for having me on the show, Morgan. The inspiration for me was really personal experience with the police and being assaulted and strip searched a number of times. Eventually, after I started my law degree, I realized what they were doing to me was wrong. And I had one particular incident where I debated with them on the side of the road about strip searching me or not. They still strip searched me, and eventually I sued and achieved compensation. So from there, I just really wanted to get out and help others and let people know that there's a service out there that helps you sue the police.
That's excellent. And one of the problems I see out there, especially being from Melbourne, we've seen a tremendous amount of police misconduct, especially at protests. And many people, from my experience, who have been on the receiving end of that misconduct have often felt voiceless and left without justice. So, what type of service can you offer to these people that I've just mentioned?
Oh, well, thank you, Morgan. Well, at isuepolice.com, basically what we do is sue the police. It's Australia wide and it's no win, no fee. The way it works is initially the person will speak with me. I'll take down some initial details, gather some evidence and things like that. And then the lawyers in our network will have a look at the case. And if they choose to take it on, they'll do so no win, no fee. If no one takes it on within my network, I give the person all the information and all the evidence that I had, and they're free to take it somewhere else if they wish.
Right, so even if the case is not taken on board, there's still no fee for the client?
Yeah, that's correct, Morgan. So I make an assessment when I'm speaking to someone if it's something worth looking into. And if it is, we look into it, we gather the evidence, and if it's not, the person's still free to obviously go wherever they like anyway. But the service that we provide is trying to simplify the whole process. So you just deal with the one person, you have the initial conversation, and you know your case is getting looked after and it's going to get looked into. It's very difficult, I think, for someone to step up and really know the right lawyer to speak to and everything like that. So I'm not a lawyer myself. I don't graduate for another couple of days, but the service I provide is essentially assisting people to find that lawyer and everything like that so they can lodge a claim against the police.
Thanks, Luke. And we certainly wish you the best for your very soon upcoming graduation. Now, let me ask you another question. What type of criteria would you be looking for when determining whether or not a case has merit?
Well, simple things like excessive force. That's something that is often quite clear on the video. The police should be using the least amount of force necessary to effect an arrest, if the arrest is even lawful. So often the police, they grab people too hard, twist hands behind the back when they're handcuffing. You've seen on the video, handcuffed people on the ground being pepper sprayed. Now there is just no excuse for that. So there's the obvious cases like that as well, but there's also the other ones where failure to abide by the health directions and things like that has resulted in arrests that aren't necessarily unlawful, but situations where the officers have used excessive force. That's a lot of them, and I think potentially anyone who attended a protest who was assaulted by the police or tear gassed, that's worth us looking into as well.
Excellent stuff. Now, what I like about the service that you're offering, Luke, is that it appears to simplify the process. One of the biggest problems and obstacles that I've observed, both from my own experience and from experiences of many people in Melbourne, is that it's often very difficult for victims of police misconduct to seek any type of justice. We see time and time again complaints filed with the conduct unit result in nothing. And so outside of taking that particular avenue, we're left with perhaps victims seeking legal representation, which can be an absolute maze and minefield. So would you mind just walking us through what is the process that somebody would need to take in order to obtain your services should somebody consider they have been on the receiving end of police misconduct?
Thank you. Well, it's really very simple. All the person has to do is either text me or give me a call, and then I'll speak with the person. And that's essentially all they'll ever need to do. I'll go from there, gather the evidence. They'll need to sign a couple of forms, obviously, so I have their authority to get the video or request things from the police and things like that. The videos aren't always easily obtainable, so if anyone has evidence of the actual assault themselves, for example, mobile phone footage or witness statements and things like that, they can supply me with that, and that'll all go in their file. We have client files that, as we get the evidence coming in, we put it all through. Once it's complete or near enough to complete, that's when it gets looked at by the lawyers who might take on the case.
Perfect. So the email address for initiating contact with isupolice.com is luke@isupolice.com. Now, before we wrap this up, Luke, is there any other message you would like to get out there to our Australian audience?
Oh, certainly, Morgan. If you ever feel like you have been assaulted by the police, it's worth speaking to someone. We know the complaints process with the police just doesn't work. They refer it back to the officers that assaulted the person to investigate, and it's just disgraceful. And I will also say, Morgan, there's a whole group of people who potentially have claims against the police and don't know it. For example, if you're a person who was acquitted of a drug possession charge because of an unlawful search, that's actionable, and you actually might be able to get compensation even if you had drugs on you and the police unlawfully searched you. So if you've ever been acquitted of that, or acquitted of a resist arrest or assault police or anything like that, it is worth speaking to me about, and we can look into if you have a claim. If you're ever in doubt, make contact.
Very good. We really thank you for your time, Luke. Now, for everybody at home, the address is isupolice.com. The link is in the description. The email is luke@isupolice.com. Luke's email is in the description. Get in touch with him today, and you've got nothing to lose. So, Luke, thank you very much for your time, and we hope to have you back on the show soon.
Thank you very much, Morgan. And I'm also on Facebook as ISU Police.
Perfect. Have a great day, my friends.
Awesome. Thanks for your time, everyone.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, a big thank you there to Luke Moore from isupolice.com. So ladies and gentlemen, maybe you have been subjected to inhumane treatment, assaulted by police during this absolute madness. So you're welcome to go and reach out to the team. As Luke said, there's no commitments or anything like that. The information is available to get in touch at isuepolice.com.